So in operating system and multitasking, what we are going to learn? What is multitasking? What are multitasking operating system? What are single user and multi-user operating system? Okay, think and discuss. Read the story. Answer the question that follow. The student of class 3 from Saraswati school are going for an outdoor trip. They will stay in tents and go hiking. The headmistress and the teacher will also accompany them. All the children are very excited. On the day of the trip, they set out early in the morning from their school. Soon, they stopped to have breakfast. When everyone finished eating, they started climbing. They stopped many times during the day to rest and eat. Just before sunset, they reached at the bank of a river. The headmistress told everyone that they would spend night there. Children were tired but excited. The headmistress told one teacher to count all the children. She told another teacher to get the food from the nearby village with the help of a few children. Yet, another teacher was asked to put up the tents with the help of a few children. Soon, everyone was assigned a task. No one was free. The headmistress kept telling children to be careful. She told them to work quickly. When anyone felt tired, she asked others to help. Soon, the food arrived. The tents were up. Everyone washed their hands and ate. It was evening now. The children had never seen so many stars in the sky before. Soon they all went to sleep. Next day, the headmistress woke everyone up. Again, she assigned tasks to everyone so that they could explore the area, go to the village, and start back to the school on time. Everyone followed her instruction. In no time at all, they set out hiking back to their school bus. The children came back tired and happily. So this one is the story. So the questions are: state whether the following statements are true or false. Give reasons for your answer. All the children of class 3 went for the trip with their headmistress and teachers. This statement is true or false? This statement is true. Question number B. The children finished the task assigned to them so that they did not get late. True. The headmistress told everyone what to do. True. The children helped the teachers get food, put up the tents, and pack them. True. Now answer the following questions. What do you think would have happened if the headmistress did not tell everyone what to do? What did all children and the teacher listen to the headmistress? In the story on the previous page, the trip would not have been enjoyable if the headmistress did not tell everyone what to do. Similarly, in a computer, the operating system tells each part of the computer what to do. So in this story, the main operator or the main in charge is the headmistress. She told everyone what to do. Basically, she assigned everyone to the particular task. That's why everything goes smoothly. Similarly, operating system tells each part of the computer what to do. So an operating system acts like a bridge between user and the computer system to enable the computer to function smoothly. It does so in the following ways. So what are the function of the operating systems? It converts the command and instructions given by the user into a machine readable form to perform the desired output. Again, the operating system decides the sequence in which task will be done. Generally, the task that is assigned first needs to be finished first. This is called fast in, fast out, FIFO. So what is full form of FIFO? Fast in, fast out. out. Okay, first in, first out. It means the task that is assigned to the computer first needs to be finished first. Okay, next. When many tasks have to be done together, the operating system assign resources to finish all the tasks as quick as possible. So operating system also assign resources to each part of the computer so that the multitask can be done. So students, now I can tell page number 90. Can you run a computer without an operating system? The answer is no. Question number 2. How do operating systems differ from Microsoft Word? So the answer is an operating system is a software that acts as the interface between computer system and the user. Whereas Microsoft Word is a word processor software used for creating documents or typing text. Okay. So what is the basic difference between operating system and Microsoft Word? Operating systems acts like a interface between computer system and the user. Okay. Basically, it is the in charge of the tasks. Okay. Whereas Microsoft Word is a word processor software used for creating documents and typing text. So it is a word processor software. Okay. Operating system also assigned the work to the Microsoft Word. Now students, let's go to page number 91, multitasking. So now we are going to learn about multitasking. You have already learned that Windows, Mac operating systems and DOS are examples of different kinds of operating systems. You also know that we can run several applications or programs at the same time on our computers. A user can open Gmail and PowerPoint at the same time. This is called multitasking. So what is multitasking? Multitasking is the ability to perform more than one task or actively at the same time. Let us look at a few examples of multitasking in our daily life. So what is multitasking, students? The ability to perform more than one task or activity at the same time is called multitasking. So here are some examples of real life multitasking that we see around us. Teaching children in a classroom while handing our assignments. So teacher commonly walk around the classroom while teaching and managing other tasks like handing out assignments and tests. For example, teacher may ask their students to look through their assessed papers to see which question they missed while explaining the correct answer. So this is also an example of multitasking. Second example of multitasking is talking on the phone while doing other tasks. We have all seen adults in the family finishing some course while talking on the phone. For example, your parent may talk on the phone while organizing their cupboard or work area. So this is also an example of multitasking. Students, open page number 92. Another example of multitasking in real life is reading a book while eating a meal. Okay. People often multitask while reading a book. Eating a meal while reading does not require a lot of attention. So this is also an example of multitasking while a person is reading a book as well as eating the food. Okay, so that particular person is performing two tasks at the same time. That's why we can call it a multitasking system. Next one, next example of multitasking is cooking dinner while helping children with homework. So parents often help children with their homework while they prepare meals. This helps children finish their assignments on time and eat on time. So this one is also an example of multitasking while your mother or father, basically mother do it a lot. So when you are doing your homework, your mother came to you and help you during your completion of assignments, as well as she is paying her attention towards the cooking also. Now students, I can tell. Let us solve this portion. Can you list 3 situations that need people to multitask? So I have written here some answers. You can also do it on your own. Okay. So first answer that I have written here is driving a car while talking someone. It does not mean you are driving a car while talking on the phone. No, talking someone means the person who is sitting right behind you or on the left side of you while you are driving the car. Second one is reading book while eating meal. That already mentioned in your example. Okay, reading book while eating meal is also an example of multitasking. Taking notes during a lecture when your teacher is teaching something or writing on the blackboard, you are also doing multitasking as you are hearing and understanding what your teacher is saying. Also, you are also writing down the notes what he or she is writing. That's why it's also an example of multitasking. From these examples, we see that multitasking helps save time. Similarly, in a computer, a multitasking operating systems enables a computer to execute multiple tasks at the same time on the computer system. So multitasking basically saves a lot of time as we can complete 2 or 3 work in a limited time span. Similarly, a multitasking operating system work is to execute multiple tasks at the same time on a computer system. Okay. So now students, we are going to learn about multitasking operating systems. We have learned about operating systems. Now we will discuss about multitasking operating systems. So all operating systems that we use today are multitasking operating system. So a multitasking operating system allows user to perform several tasks on the computer at the same time. So basically all the PCs, all the computers or all the devices, smart devices that we are using today are basically fond of multitasking operating systems. Okay, its operating systems are multitasking operating system. So the multitasking operating system in the PC allows us or allows the user to perform several tasks on the computer at the same time. For example, you can play a video, you can open YouTube, you can also open Facebook, you can also open the Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint at the same time. So what are the advantages of multitasking operating system? So the advantage of a multitasking operating system is, first one is time sharing. So what is time sharing? All the tasks allocated to the specific amount of time. So they do not have a waiting time for the CPU. It means the CPU starts the work simultaneously. Okay, so CPU starts the work simultaneously for different tasks. Okay, managing several users. Managing several users enables multiple users to access the computer system at the same time. Every user can run one or more programs smoothly without disturbing the system's performance. Okay. Now, effective management of resources. So what is effective management of resources? Multitasking operating system manage the resources of the computer more efficiently. Okay. So Effective management of resources is one of the vital tasks that performed by the multitasking operating system, because multitasking operating system manage the resources of the computer more efficiently in this way. Now, 4 number, multiple programs. User can operate multiple programs such as internet browser, PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, games, and other applications conveniently. So basically, by using multitasking operating systems, we can run a lot of programs at the same time. Okay. Now, types of operating systems. Now we are going to learn about the types of operating systems. Operating systems can be further classified as single user and multi-user operating system. So we have already learned about multitasking operating system and operating system, but now we are going to learn about types of operating system. So there are 2 types of operating system. First one is single user and second one is multi-user operating system. So what is single user operating system? In a single user operating system, only one user can access the computer at any given time. It is not possible for multiple users to access the computer windows. Is an example of single user multitasking operating system. So single user multitasking operating system is assigned for a particular person or single user only. Okay. So here is the visual representation of single user multitasking operating system. So user gives the input to the PC, then processing is completed inside the CPU. Okay, then we see the output. So what are the advantages of single user operating system? It is easy to maintain, it is cost effective, it is less prone to damage, it supports one user at a time. These are the advantages of single user operating system. So what is the disadvantages of single user operating system? That is given on page number 94. Disadvantage of single user operating systems are tasks take longer to complete. The idle time is higher. Okay, so these are the 2 disadvantages of single user operating system. Now students, let's go to multi-user multitasking operating system. A multi-user operating system is one that allows many users to access the computer at the same time. Mainframe computers and servers use multi-user operating system. Hence, these are also known as network operating systems. Windows Server, Unix, and Novell NetWare are some few examples of multi-user operating system. So what is multi-user operating system, students? A multi-user operating system is one that allows many users to access the computer at the same time. So in single user operating system, a single person runs the computer or can give a task to a computer, whereas in multi-user operating system, more than one person can access the computer at the same time. Okay, so some examples are Windows Server, Unix, and Novell NetWare. Okay, so in this way, the visual representation is like this. This is my computer. It is connected to an external server. Now the external server divides the content to different persons. Okay. Now what are the advantages of multi-user operating system? Multiple users can access the same file at the same time on the computer. It is very useful in office or library, as many users can access the same file that is stored on a single PC. So it will be helpful, and it is very useful in office or library because a single document can be shared with a lot of persons. What are the disadvantages of multiple user operating system? They are at high risk of virus attacks. Second one is it is harder to keep data protected. So these are the two disadvantages of multi-user operating system. State whether the following statements are true or false. A multi-user operating systems are multitasking operating systems. True. A single user operating systems are multitasking operating systems. True. Okay. So these two are also multitasking operating systems, but in case of single user operating system, a single person or a single user can access the PC, whereas in case of multitasking operating systems, in case of multi-user multitasking operating systems, more than one person can access the computer. So students, this we have learned about many things about operating systems today, and this chapter is finished.